the next working example, I chose a picture of an animal, in this case a horse, but it could also be your pet or something else. And I don't want to change an object, I want to change the whole environment in this case. So let's see how we do that. First of all, I duplicate the layer to make it editable, and I start again with a selection. You see here that we have a lot of fine hairs, which is always hard to select, but I would suggest, my plan for the background is to have a forest again. In this case, we have also a house in the background, which does not look really nice. And I would like to have a magical forest in the background. So it will be probably also green, so it's not necessary that I have to make a completely perfect selection here. But also, if I would change it to something really different, I would suggest to not make a defined hair selection here, because you will see that afterwards. It's better to let Photoshop make those edges a little softer, and yeah, let Photoshop generate it. So I chose some kind of selection tool. It could be anything. In this case, I will choose the polygonal lasso tool to zoom a little more in and start selecting right here. Also, I also can select some of the hairs. You will maybe generate them again later. And I select the horse. Here I'm a little bit careful because of this fence. I don't want it in there. And I guess some of the meadow here can stay, but all the other horses need to be replaced. So make a selection of the whole background, and I come in again here and try to be careful up here with the fence again to delete it. And yeah, this would be my selection. And then I think I type something in like magical beach forest or something. So you can be pretty specific actually if you want to see a certain kind of trees. You can just type that in. So this is the area I want to replace, and then I start with my text prompt. Great, this is the variations we get. This is the first one. This is the second, which looks a little more natural. You see that he kind of tries to blur things out in the background as it was in the original image. So we also have the ground here, which is blurred up front and just sharp in the middle areas, and then it gets blurred again. So he really tries to reproduce that, which I think is kind of good. And oh yeah, this looks really natural, I think. So I'm actually happy with that. You could like refine that area here to not cut out the tree here, but for the first try, I think it's pretty nice. To refine the area, I would try to use the stamp tool or healing tool when we rasterize the layer later on. But one thing I want to show you is that you maybe noticed that the generated layer does not look completely natural regarding the colors. So this here looks really dry and really warm, and the background, the green is really saturated. So normally it would have maybe a little different tint. And to make that look a little more natural, we can use a neural filter for that. So I go to filters. I select the layer first, and I go to filters, neural filters, and I select the harmonize filter here in the color category and click activate. And now I'm able to select the layer which is the reference for the harmonization of the generated layer. And this is layer 1 or background. They're actually the same right now. And then it starts the process. And you see that it looks way more natural. If we switch back, you see that the contrast is a little lower and it's way warmer, and also the green is less saturated, looks a little bit more than it fits to the meadow here. So this is a really, really quick adjustment, and we could also refine the adjustment here, but I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And now I select the output. Could be a smart filter or a new layer. Smart filter sounds good. So it shows up here, and when I have the feeling that I need to change it, need to adjust it, I can double click it and it opens up again, and I can make changes all non-destructive. Yeah, to finish this, like I said, I would now rasterize it by making a new layer of all visible layers by pressing again Ctrl Alt Shift and E, and then I would use maybe the healing brush or clone stamp or whatever, and would try to oops, this is the wrong tool, healing brush, and would try to make it look a little better. Maybe stem tool is better here. Yeah, and would try to make this tree a little better. So now it looks all natural, and when you show that picture to someone, I think he wouldn't notice that this is all faked.